Hey tuners, the Derby is just as much about showing up and showing off as it is about watching the race itself. Joining us right now to teach us how to dress the part is five-time featured milliner of the Kentucky Derby, Jenny Pfanenstiel. Jenny, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Jenny, Derby fashion is iconic. I mean, everybody there dresses to the nines. So what should ladies wear to the race? Like, are there any rules?
You will see mostly bright floral dresses that the women are wearing. Derby is called Run for the Roses, so you see a lot of people wear red. Oaks, which is the day before breast cancer, so then you'll see lots of pink.
What about fashion for the fellas? What are the fella fashions all about?
Yes. So in addition to, of course, the hats, we have seersucker suits and sport coats, as well as lots of linen.
So how did this tradition first start?
Well, the Kentucky Derby is modeled after races in Europe, and where people really dressed to the nines, and really wore their Sunday best, which included hats, both for the men and the women. And so when they started the Kentucky Derby, they really wanted to promote that and get people out there and really dressing the part.
Who are some of the more famous people that you've crafted hats for?
Carly Pierce, she's a country singer who sang the national anthem last year at the Derby. Madonna, Michelle Obama,
Whoa.
Oprah.
Whoa!
Some big names
I gotta
there.
get on that list. Make me a hat, please. Okay, so now let's talk about some of these stunning masterpieces that you brought with us today.
So we have some fedoras, which are the common hat that the gentlemen wear. And then we have yellow hat and then the navy hat. Those are called fascinators. And you're wearing a fascinator.
Oh, well, that is fascinating. And what does that mean exactly?
So anything that sits on your head with a headband, a comb, an elastic, that's called a fascinator. And then the light blue and the red are examples of hats in different textures. I like to use a lot of vintage embellishments and vintage trims and materials, so that's where you see. So everything is truly one of a kind that I do.
And they're very throwbacky. When you look at them, the fedoras especially, you're transformed back into the 1940s. That's by design, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I try one of these on while
course
you
you can.
explain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that a...
I like to keep my old hat on while I put my new hat on. Now, are you supposed to cock it to one side?
Yeah, little attitude. Now, it's a little
tip
small.
over.
It's a little
Attitude?
small.
Oh, Phil doesn't need any attitude, Jenny. Come on, don't do that to him.
How
looks
many
great.
of these, if it's taking you about 4 days to do, this is a year-round business for you, I would imagine.
It is, yeah. I create hats not just for the Derby, but for all seasons and occasions, and it's, year-round business. And I have 3 retail stores in Kentucky.
That's tremendous.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, like if Madonna comes to you again, you could suggest a Toonie the Tuna inspired hat.
Oh,
And you can get some red and some yellow and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yes, I'll keep that in mind.
Or you
Thank
could just put me on top of a head and I'll just be real still for a while. Jenny, thank you so much for coming by and sharing all your
Thank
beautiful
you.
hats with us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.